Hey everybody, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer here, and welcome to another playthrough video. This is 5 Parsecs from home, right here. This is a solo sci-fi skirmish game where you run a crew, try to keep them fed, try to keep the ship, fixed and repaired and moving. And of course you've got enemies that are rooting against you. This is battle report number 2. I've already had one where they went and played a combat round. The video before this is the pre-battle 2. This is battle number 2, so it's the pre-battle 2 rolls, which determine what the environment is, what the enemy is, and things like that. You can bring a maximum of 6 miniatures in, so I've got 6 here. I'm leaving out the robot this time, and I'm bringing in the new crew member, Blue Eyes, to get him some XP, hopefully this turn, if he survives. And last time at the end of the battle, I used some of my credits to buy some new weapons. They're not the greatest, but they're weapons. So everybody is outfitted with at least one weapon that has some range. But that doesn't matter because this particular opportunity battle report, or opportunity battle, it's not a patron battle, it's not a rival battle, it is an opportunity battle where I rolled up 6 mercenaries to fight. 5 of them are regular, 1 is a specialist, which is this one right here. I will be going up against them in this setting, which is an industrial manufacturing facility. Everything's moving and putting off smoke and steam, and it's not an easy place to get visibility. Visibility in this game is lowered to 9 inches, which isn't good for either one of us because they are aggressive. The roll I rolled for them says they play aggressively. So they will always try to move into cover at least half their distance and then look for cover. They'll still move in my direction, but they will always attempt for cover, but they'll never move more than half of their distance. One of these guys is a priority target. I haven't rolled for this yet. It's not the specialist. It's one of those regular 5s. I'm going to put these sort of in a circle here. And I'm going to use this one as 12 o'clock. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see which one it is. I rolled a 1. So it's this guy right here. And what I'm going to do, I brought me a little piece of tape. I'm going to tape this on the back of their head just so I can see it. That's my priority target. If I kill the priority target, I get a bonus 2 credits. Why is that a priority target? It doesn't really say. You're supposed to make up the story that's being told here. And the way I'm doing it is, that particular target irritated somebody. Maybe she dodged out of a job or something, but she's got a price on her head. And once any of my crew come into visual range of her, they'll know who she is and she will become a priority target. The specialist has the same weapons as all the others, except she's carrying what's called a shell gun. They're all carrying scrap pistols, as is she. So they'll use a scrap pistol, and she will use the shell gun when she shoots. Again, range is an issue here, so they're going to be coming at me, whereas I want to be trying to stay in cover as much as possible. What is the goal here? This is my side. I need to get at least 2 of my crew off of that side over there. 2 of these guys off there, and I win the objective. What are they doing? Well, the way I'm telling this story is this is a manufacturing facility. They thought it was unguarded. There's no humans around. It's probably a weekend, and they've come in and taken some tools, and they thought it was an easy job, but they didn't realize that the company had a group of mercenaries, sort of guard duty, who are going to attempt to stop my guys. So they're starting over here. I'm starting here. This is an open doorway here, and all I've got to do is get them across that way. Before I get going, there is I forgot to do this in my first battle report. There's this thing called Seize the Initiative. Let me get to it real quick. Seize the Initiative, basically, it's a pre-game roll that allows your characters to get an extra chance at moving or shooting before the game begins. Shooting's not going to be really an issue here because they're so far out of range and there's too much obstacles and terrain in the way. But they can at least get a free move. And the way this works is it says you roll 2d6 and you add the highest savvy. Well, my robot had the highest savvy, but he's not here. And so the highest savvy is Blue Eyes, believe it or not. Blue Eyes has +1. So I'll add these 2 dice and add 1. And if I get higher than 10, it says every character in your crew may either take a normal move or fire before the battle begins. But shots taken only hit on a natural 6. So there you go. So it's not so easy. All right. Let's see. I need to roll a 9 or higher, really. And I rolled a 4 and a 3. A 7 + 1 is 8. That is not enough to seize the initiative. So my characters do not get a free move. The game begins. There's a series of rounds, and basically it's my turn to go first. I roll a d6 for each character that I have active in the game. If one of them gets killed, you're rolling down to say 5 or whatever. So you roll a d6, and you're looking for 1s and 2s because there are 3 phases to combat. There's the quick phase, which is when the fastest characters on your team go. There's the middle phase, or the enemy phase, where they move. And then there's the slow phase. The slow phase is any characters that do not get a 1 or 2 assigned to them move in the slow phase. So ideally, I want to roll all 1s and 2s here. But that's not likely. So let's go ahead and roll and see what I get. I got a single 2. Now, if I rolled a 1, I always have to give a 1 to the feral, but a 2 you do not. So all my characters are going to see movement first. So I'll assign this to... I'm going to assign it to the captain and get him out there. I don't want him getting killed. My captain has a movement of 4. Now, he can dash for an extra 2 if he doesn't fire. So he gets 6 inches. There's a grid on here. So I'm just going to assume they're all standing on a grid at the beginning. So he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is well within cover. This is a very high manufacturing table. It's almost to his head, top of his head. So he's in good cover. Now, the rest of my guys are going to move in slow phase, which means it's currently the turn for the bad guys. So I'm going to come around here, and the bad guys all have a movement of 6. Of course, they're much faster than my guys. So let's see. Now, they are aggressive, so they're going to try to always move they want to move at least half in my direction and then try for cover, or move 6 but end in cover. And believe it or not, she can do that. The specialist can move 6 and she'll end up right there. So she is in cover. And then these other guys can move. If he moves 6, he's going to end up in the open right here. Well, he can angle a little bit and he'll end up behind this. So he's in partial cover. This guy can end up behind his specialist. And the rest of these, it looks like they're going to end up underneath the stairs. He can actually move here behind, and these 2 will move under the stairs. I'm going to put them under there just because it provides cover. Okay, that is the end of their turn. Now I get to move my remaining characters. So let's see how I'm going to do this. So they haven't given me any indication if they're going left or right. They're just flooding out. Obviously, I can't really see them because visibility is to 9 inches, but I could probably hear them. So we know that the enemy's out there. I'm going to try to split my guys into 2. I just don't, well, do I want to pull them to one side, or do I want to... This is tricky. I'm gonna pull half my crew this way and half this way. So Vay, his movement's 5, I believe. Let's see. Vay's my fast guy. Yeah, 5. So he can move 7. So he can get all the way right here, which is what he's going to do. And he is still in cover. Who's my other fast guy? Huala's fast. He's 5, so I'm going to send him this way. So he goes 5 and 2 is 7. So 5 would be right here. 5, 6, 7. And still got 3 guys to move here. All right, let's see. Blue Eyes moves 4. So 4 plus 2 is 6, which he could get he could, 6 inches exactly is right there, so he could get right here. Farrell can move, Farrell is Droon. Droon can move 4. So I'm going to put him right here. And then move him 2 more, 6 to a dash. And my snake, whose name is Freak, is also a movement of 4. So he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's it. So everybody's in the room. Nobody's visible. All right, now that's the end of the slow round. Now I roll dice again for initiative. I should mention that was the end of round 1. At the end of round 2 and at the end of round 4, I will roll something called a battle event. It can be good, it can be bad, you just never know. But I'm not rolling that quite yet. That comes at the end of 6. So let's roll 6 and hopefully get some 1s and 2s here. A 2, a 2, a 2, a 1, and a 3 and a 5. So this is not bad. The 1 has to go to my Farrell. I get that. And the 2s, I'm going to give 1 to Vey. Actually, you know what? Vey is sort of like, Vey has, who has the longest range? Freak has 24. So Freak, I want to leave him be because I'm going to get Huala moving. I'm going to get the captain moving, and I'm going to get Blue Eyes moving. I'm going to leave Vey and Freak to see what they do because they might be able to get to a position where they could take shots because they have long-range weapons. Not that long, but Droon, for instance, only has an 8-inch machine pistol. Huala has an 8-inch blast pistol, and everybody else has 18 inches except for Freak, who has that 24-inch weapon. Let's go ahead and resolve these. All right, I have to go do the Farrell first. He's got the 1. So I'm going to move him, not knowing what these guys are going to do. Well, they've got to. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to be moving towards me. So I want him where he could take a shot. So he's going to be here behind cover. Now he'll be in sight if anybody moves out this array, but he's going to stay right there. He can't aim because he moved. Huala can move 5. So if I add 2, which gets me to 7, that's plenty to get him up here behind this terminal for cover right there. Who else? Okay, Captain. Captain has a movement of 4. I'm going to move the Captain 1, 2, 3, 4. I want him in cover. He is not visible. He's definitely not got an angle to this guy. And Blue Eyes, I call him Blue Eyes because his name cannot be pronounced. It's an alien name. He's going to move. He has moved 4, so he can move 6 if he runs. That guy could be shot. What is? Blue Eyes has a colony rifle of 18. He's got to be within 9 inches to see him. Now that also puts. What's a scrap pistol? I should check that. Check your enemy. Know what their range is. Scrap pistol. Where's the scrap pistol? Scrap pistol range is 9 also. So if he can get in firing range of him, he can get in firing range of him. That means I better make that shot. 9 inches is right here, as a matter of fact, from the front to the back. So if he just steps out, but he has to move, then take the shot. And if he doesn't hit, that guy's going to get a return shot. But I really don't have a choice here. All right, so to hit him, he is within range, but he's in cover, which means it's going to be a 6 or higher to hit. That's very hard to do. Is that worth it? Because then he's going to have a 5 or higher because he's not in cover when he's standing here. So he has a 1 in 3 chance. He's got a 1 in 6 chance. So double the odds. I don't like those odds. So let's let them come to me. They're being aggressive. Let's see how this plays out. I'm going to move Blue Eyes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is behind the captain. They are all lined up here ready to rush out and see what they can do. I haven't moved Vey or Freak because they're slow phase. Now I go to the enemy. All right, so let's see what we can see here. The enemy, he cannot see these guys. It's barely there. He sees the corner. So they need to move. They'll move at least half, which means he actually can move here, and he will be able to see my captain. Captain is in partial cover, and I don't like that. I'll resolve that in just a second. Let's see what else. The specialist will move 3 and stay in cover. So 3 would be out here. She could move here and stay in full cover, or she can move here 3 and stay in cover. Let's see. I'm going to say 1 to 3, she moves over here. 4 to 6, she moves over there. I rolled a 1. So she's going to go all the way here. She's behind this wall. This guy is going to move here. He wants to stay in cover, half. And there's one back here who's going to move up and behind cover as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who did I not move? Oh, the 2 underneath the stairs. This guy is going to come out. At this point, he can move a full 6 and stay in here. And I think he was, yeah, the tape got stuck on the bottom. He is my priority target. And then this other guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He followed the specialist. All right, let's resolve this one. All right, he is behind cover, but he's within range. So within range and in cover is a 6 or higher, and he only gets 1 shot. So a 6 or higher, rolled a 4, so he misses. All right, that is it for that round. This is the end of round 2. So now I go and I roll a battle event. This is a D100. Green is the 10s and yellow is the 1s digit. I rolled an 88. 88 is lost. A random crew member loses their way and misses the rest of the battle. Remove that figure from the battlefield. They will rejoin you safely afterwards, looking a bit sheepish. Ignore this event if you are outnumbered. I am not outnumbered. And it says a random crew member. Oh, man. This is not good. All right, random crew member. I currently have 6 out there. So here's how we're going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. None of them I want to lose. I rolled a 3, which means I lose Vey. Okay, he's not injured. He just... How does that happen? Come on. A random crew member loses their way. He was like right behind these guys. Give me a break. But you know what? That's the way the event table works, and I'm gonna stick with it. Okay, so now I roll. I've got 1 guy off, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I roll only 5 dice to see who goes first. I rolled a 2 and a 2 and a 4, 5, 5. So only 2 characters get to go early. I don't have to give this to the Pharaoh because it's not a 1. So I'm going to give it to the captain. And I'm going to give it to Blue Eyes in case captain misses. And then the rest of these guys will move last. All right, captain. Captain did not move. So he gets to aim, which means he re-rolls 1s. Let's see. His weapon is a colony rifle, which has 1 shot. Range of 18. He's within 6, I believe. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, he's within 6. So that is a... No, but he's got cover. So that 6 does not matter. That's why it was a 5 for that other guy. He's within... He's in cover, and he's within range. Open target within range. He's not with... Is he open? No, he's in cover. So it's a 6+ as well for the captain. He only gets 1 shot, and I rolled a 3. So the captain shot and missed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move Blue Eyes 1, 2, 3. He's moving dead close. Wait, hold on. 1. It was right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would put him that would put him not in cover. And that would be a 3 or higher, but then all these guys are just going to blast him. Man. All right. So the captain's going to be a target if I don't get him out. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put him in front of the captain. I don't want to lose my captain. So his shot is also a 6 or higher. I rolled a 1. So they both missed. This is not good. All right, so he's gonna take a shot at Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes is in partial cover. He's up against the wall. So 6 or higher. And I rolled a 5, so he misses. So now he fired. This guy's gonna go 1, 2, 3, staying in cover. He'll get a 6 or higher to see if he hits. He rolled a 1. The specialist, if she comes out, she's not going to be in cover because she'd have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or right here, and she would not be in cover. So how would we play that? It says that she wants to remain in cover. He's not in line of sight. It says if he was in line of sight at the start, she would shoot or move to cover and shoot. I guess she could move to cover and shoot. We'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she moved. She's still in cover, and she'll shoot at Blue Eyes. She moved, so she doesn't get an aim. Her slug weapon, or her weapon, is shotgun. She gets 2 shots. Man, I knew there was something about that gun. 2 shots, but she has to roll 6 or higher. And, of course, she rolled a 6 and a 5. So now she has to roll to beat his toughness. His toughness is 2. Whew. And she gets no damage modifier, so a 2 or higher kills him. I rolled a 6. Blue Eyes, we just didn't get a chance to know you. These 3 guys, oh, man. How do I play this? They all try to stay together. They're gonna move this way, and they know my captain's over here now because everybody's shooting over here. So they're gonna get drawn out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They want to stay in cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't fire through. I don't believe they can fire through their teammate. I'll have to check that. I cannot remember that rule. And then this one can't move without being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they could move there, I guess. They can move right there. Everybody's bunching up. I wish I had a grenade, but I don't. All right, that's the end of their turn. My guys, man, 1, 2, 3, 4. I lost Bay. Now I'm down to 4 guys. So Captain, first off, Captain already moved, so all I've got is these guys over here. So the Feral has a machine pistol with 2 shots, and it says it's focused, and I believe that means that I've got to pick the same target. So he's going to try to take out that specialist. 1, 2, 3, 4. She is out in the open. He's out in the open, but it's within range. Range is 8, so he gets 2 shots. 2 shots? Yep, 2 shots, 3 or higher. The 5 hits, the 2 does not. Her toughness is a 3, so he just needs a 3 or higher. He rolled a 5, and he took the specialist out. Nice job, Feral. Of course, he's now out in the open, but it's the slow phase. So if I roll a 1 next turn or a 2, he can get he can get back in hiding. All right, now the good news is Freak has a very long range weapon. This guy fired and this guy fired, so they gave away their positions. So he'll go 1, 2. He's going to stay out of range of theirs, which is 9. He'll go right here, which is definitely out of range. Out of range. And that one's definitely out of range. So he's got 2 targets, 1 in the open, 1 in cover. He gets 2 shots. So we're going to do the first shot first. Auto rifle is 24. There's no damage modifier. So in the open, within range, is a 5 or higher. I rolled a 6. And then there's no damage modifier, so I roll to see if it's greater than his toughness. His toughness is 3. I rolled a 2, so it doesn't hurt him. But it does stun him, and it knocks him back 1 inch. So I'm going to put him back here, and I'm going to put a stun token. And I'll put a blue die on him to try to remind myself that he is stunned. 3 stuns, and a character goes out of the game. Let's see. All right. He gets a second shot. He's going to shoot at... Well, the priority target is right there. And I think she's within 18. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Might as well shoot the priority target. Open. In range. That's a 5+. I rolled a 4. So, missed. All right. And then Huala only has the blast pistol, which is an 8. So, he can't do anything. But he is going to try to get to cover, which is 6. So, he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's got the table between them. All right, I think that's all I can do. I've got 1 dead character and 1 missing in action who got lost. Got 3 characters left. All right, so let's roll. That is the end of round 3. Now I roll initiative for my remaining 3 guys. How did that happen? Man, 1, 2. I got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, 4 dice. All right, I need a 1 so I can get my Droon out of, get him into cover. I rolled a 2 and a 1 and a 3 and a 6, so I got 2. So I'm going to give Farrell the 1, and I'm going to give the captain the 2 so he can book it out of there because he's lined up. So Farrell, he could take 2 shots at 2 of these guys before... But he can't, then he'll be open target. Now I need to save him. So he's going to go... What I need to do is be rushing off the field. That's what these guys are supposed to be doing. He can go 6. He can run 6, which will put him right there. He's going to try to run for it. And then captain is going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to go back here, out of cover, or in cover, but they know he's there. And up next will be Huala and Freak. But in the meantime, these guys get to move. All right. By the way, we lost a character, so morale. So the way morale works, let me double check this. Morale. At the end of each round, roll a d6 per casualty. There was 1 casualty at the end of that round, so I forgot to do morale. Dice that are equal to or below panic cause 1 figure to bail. Their panic is... I wrote it down here somewhere. Their panic is a 1. So if I roll a 1, 1 of them will panic. I rolled a 1. All right. So it's the one that's furthest from... Or no, it says it's the one that's closest to you. So it would be that one. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's hauling butt. He's out. All right. That helped. So now these guys need to decide what they're going to do. He can get into cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he knows these 2 are... Well, does he know these 2 are over here? Yeah, he would have seen the Pharaoh running. So he knows they're over here, so he wouldn't have done that. He would have gone 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he would have gone 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't move 5, 6. He can move 6, but he won't move out of cover. That would put him not in cover if he tried to move over there, because that's the only way he could shoot my captain. So he'll stay there. This guy knows they're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He could go here. This guy sees him, so he's got to move. He can't... Out here is not in cover. He would probably move behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He would move back here. And then there's one more back here who would probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But he doesn't know, he doesn't want to be in cover, and he only wants to move half. If he can get in cover, he'll move half. So where is cover? Cover is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he'll move right there. He would move back into cover. So everybody's So the captain already moves. The captain can't do anything against these two. Is that it for... That's it for the enemy phase. Now it's slow phase, which was... I did it Feral and the captain, so it's Huala and Freak. Huala is move of 5. He's got 1 shot with a 1 damage modifier. I'm going to move him within 8 inches of that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to move him back here. He's within 8 inches of this guy, but not this guy. And he will shoot. All right, his weapon is 1 shot, 1 damage modifier. So he's within range, and he's within weapons range, and he's open. So that is a 5+. I rolled a 5. So now I roll 3 or higher. That is not the priority character, so I need a 3 or higher. I rolled a 1, which is enough to stun him and knock him back 1. And because this guy moved and had a stun, you automatically lose a stun. So he lost the stun, but this guy gained it. That guy is running, so he's heading for the hills. And then Freak is the only other one I've got. Freak has the long range weapon. Now Freak can move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, which would put him in range of these guys, but they've got cover, and then he's in the open. I'm going to move him. I'm going to dash him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then hopefully on his next turn, he can back up the captain with these 2. All right, that is the end of round 3. All right, round 4. I've only got 4 characters to roll dice for. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. All right, I need a lot of 1s and a lot of 2s. I rolled a 2. That's it. All right. Well, it's going to have to be the captain. I'll give it to the captain so that he can put some distance. Well, I guess he'll step out and take a shot. That's all he can. Does he get 1 shot? He only gets 1 shot. Man. So this guy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to step back here. So only that guy is in range. That's my priority target. He is within 6 inches, so I get a 3, and he's open, so 3+, just a 3 or higher. Come on, Cap. I rolled a 2. Okay, so now priority target's going to take a shot. Same thing, 6 inches, open. He needs a 3 or higher, and he rolled a 5. The captain has combat armor, so if he gets killed, there's a chance he can save. So let me double check that. So let's see first off if he takes any damage. You roll a d6, and if it's greater than his toughness is a 3. And so don't roll. I rolled a 1, so he did not get hit. This guy right here would move up and then take a shot. He will need a 3+. I rolled a 1, so he missed. This guy runs. He's out here somewhere. This guy's stunned, but he's got a range of 9, and I believe he's within range. Oh yeah. So it's in the open and within 9, not within 6, so it's a 5+. I rolled a 1, so he misses. This guy turns, sees Huala. I need a 5 or higher. I rolled a 6. Huala's toughness is 3, so I need a 3 or higher. I rolled a 5. That's enough to take Huala out. So he's down. All right. Huala is down. Doesn't mean he's dead. I'll be rolling on a casualty table later on. But I've got 2 characters that are casualties right now. All right. I need to wrap this up. I need to get rid of these guys. All right. So they went. Now it's my slow characters, which is basically everybody else. So Freak has a 2-shot weapon. So he's going to move here. Actually here. So he's not going to go into melee. He gets 2 shots. First shot, he's within 6, within range. He gets a 3 or higher. I rolled a 5. That is a 3 toughness, and there is no damage modifier. So I need a 3 or higher to kill him. I rolled a 3. He is gone. Let's do, we don't do morale until the end of the turn. 1 more shot. There's my priority target. Priority target has a toughness of 4, but I still need to roll a 3 or higher. I rolled a 3. Now I need to roll a 4 or higher to kill him. And I rolled a 6. Priority target is down. The feral has a machine pistol, which is 2 shots. And I got 2 characters. So I'm going to see if they run. I suspect they might. So he is going to go for... I don't want to lose any more characters. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to pull back as far as he can. We're going to see what happens. That's the end of that round. That's the end of round 4. So 2 things. I'm going to roll a battle event, but first I'm going to roll morale. 2 characters went out that turn. 2. I roll these. A 1 means a character will run. I'd like to see 2 1s. I rolled a 2 and a 5, so they do not run. All right. And now I roll a battle event. And I hope this works. I hope this is something on my side. Battle event. I rolled a 51. Clock is running out at the end of the next round. And each round thereafter, roll a d6. On a 6, the game ends immediately and you are unable to complete your objective. You will not count as holding the field unless you clear the table of enemies before this happens. At the end of this next round, and every round after, I roll a d6, and on a 6, the game ends. Ooh, okay. So we got to get moving. I got 2 guys to kill. Now, obviously, if I defeat them, I win my objective because I would have at least 2 still standing. So we got to go get these guys. I only have 3 characters left. 3 on 2. I outnumber them. All right, let's go get them. All right, I rolled a 1, a 5, and a 6. So the 1 has to go to the feral. All right, so the feral goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They do not know he's over here. So what are they going to do? Well, they would be aggressive, and they're going to move into cover. So they're going to move back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because they see him, they would know that he's going to be able to shoot at them. All right, so they've basically hunkered down in a corner. This guy is going to leave, and now I got to get in here and kill these guys. They are hidden. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can take a shot at you. You're in cover, but you're within range. So a 5 or higher, and his weapon is a 2-shot, I believe. Freak has 2 shots. I need a 5 or higher. I rolled a 4 and a 3. All right, Captain. Captain can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sees 1 guy. Captain has a range of 18. This is easily... That's not within 6. So he needs a 5 or higher. I rolled a 5. All right. That is the normal character, toughness of 3. Captain has no damage modifier, so I need a 3 or higher. I rolled a 5. So I took another one out. That is the slow phase. It's the end of the round. Now I roll a d6 and hope that I don't roll a 6. I rolled a 5, so the game continues. Now I roll initiative. Come on, I need to get this guy. I rolled 2 1s and a 4. I'm going to give the 1 to the feral. He needs it, or he has to have it, and I'm going to give the 1 to the double shot. So feral will go 1, 2, 3, 4. He sees this character in cover, but he gets 2 shots with his machine pistol. Is he within 8? He's within 8. So all I need is a 5 or higher. I rolled a 6. His toughness is 3, and there's no damage modifier to that, is there? Nope, no damage modifier, so 3 or higher. I rolled a 3, and that is the last of the enemy. So that is the end of the... that is it. I held the field, and obviously I make my objective. The problem is, Dre comes wandering in. Hey, guys, where y'all been? I couldn't find y'all. Whatever, Dre. Whatever, Vay. I got 2 guys that could be going to the hospital. Now, normally I do the post-battle rolls together, and I append that to the end of the battle report. But I'm going to go ahead and roll that now so that you'll see it since I'm recording this. Let's go to the post-battle activities. And the post-battle activities, here we go. Number 8 is the determine injuries. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and skip to that. Any character that became a casualty must roll in the injury table. Bots and soulless use the bot injury. I don't have those. If a character was merely knocked out from 3 stuns, no roll is required. If a character with luck was slain through a roll, if a character with luck would have been slain through this table, they must survive but lose all luck. None of my characters except for the captain have luck. So, I'm procrastinating. Here comes the roll. Injury table. Now, I'm going to go ahead and burn. If you remember, there's these things called story points. I have a feeling I'm going to be using these. I have a total right now of, where's my character sheet? I have, come on, 6 story points. So remember, a story point, before rolling on any table outside combat, this is outside combat, you may spend a story point to roll twice and pick the result. Anytime you've rolled for anything, you may spend 1 story point to roll again, but the new result must be accepted. That's sort of like the first one where you get 2 choices, but you don't have to spend the story point ahead of time. So does that make sense? I could choose to spend a story point right now and I'll get 2 rolls, or I can go ahead and take the roll and then burn a story point and get a reroll. The other thing is I have these 5 cards that you get in a campaign, if I can find it, right here. They're on page 67. And I did choose to use these. I don't remember if I said so, but I did. You get 5 special things that can happen only once in an entire campaign. One of them is looks worse than it was. Ignore a roll on the injury table. Character recovers. Do I want Huala or Blue Eyes? I want Huala. Huala is back in business. So I burned looks worse than it was. So now I'm going to roll on the injury table, and if I don't like it, I can burn a story point to roll again. Or I can burn 1 story point and roll twice and pick the result I prefer. That one's better. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend a story point, so I'm down to 5, to roll twice. Here's the first one, and it's a D100. First one is 15. Death or removed from campaign. All right, I'm glad I just said, let's roll that again. Come on. I rolled a 65. 65 is minor injury, no long-term effect, 1 campaign turn in sickbay. I will take that. I can send Blue Eyes to sickbay for 1 turn, 1 combat, and I'll bring 6 back because he's a robot and he didn't get injured. So I'm going to take that one, and I don't have to spend another story point to do a reroll. So that one was not too bad. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end the battle now. And if you keep watching this video, I'm going to append the post-battle rolls to this video. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, this is my battle report number 2, post-battle rolls. And we'll just go right down the line as they are in the book. This is on page 119 for those of you who might want to be following along. Resolve the rival status. Now, this group was not a rival. So I roll a d6, and on a 1, they become a rival on this planet. And I rolled a 6, so there is still no rival. That's good. Number 2, resolve patrons. I did not do a patron mission, so I do not have to do that. The 2 patrons I did roll, they had 1 job that had to be done this turn, but they remain patrons because they're on this planet. They were not one-time contracts. So even though I did not run a patron mission, if I decide to stay on this planet, I've got 2 patrons from a next that I could possibly get work from. So that is not really applicable right now. Number 3, determine the quest progress. I'm not on a quest right now. Number 4, get paid. Here's the big one. You roll a d6. You add 1 if the campaign is easy mode. If you won the mission by completing your objective, treat any roll of 1 or 2 as a 3. If you did a patron job and the pay. Okay, so I did meet my objective, so a roll of 1 or 2 counts as a 3. So obviously I want to roll a 6 here. I rolled a 5, so I get 5 credits of pay, but I killed the priority target, which gives me +2. And because I did an opportunity mission instead of patron missions, I get a bonus +3. So I got 10 credits in payment for this game, which doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, 10 credits is a lot in this game. Battlefield finds. Now, normally you don't get to loot the bodies of the weapons. The weapons, they say, are fingerprint coded or DNA coded, and they won't work. But every now and then you get lucky. So there is one chance on here you can take a weapon. But you roll a D100. If it says if you held the field, which I did. Held the field basically means you wipe everybody out. You get to roll D100. So let's do that. And I rolled a 99. I hope that's good. Nothing of value. Normally on these tables, the higher the better. But actually this one's the lower. 1 to 15, you find a weapon. 91 to 100, nothing. Not one thing, it says. All right, no battlefield find. Check for invasion. All right, if the enemy you just battled is an invasion threat. I don't believe it was, but I'm going to double check. Swift War Scott. No, there's one invasion threat, but the Swift War Squad is unpredictable. Sees the initiative roll is always unmodified. So I rolled that without a modification. I forgot to mention that, but I did that. Check for invasion. It says the enemy you battled is an invasion threat. You must roll to see if this world is being invaded. So I don't have to do that. That's not applicable. Number 7, gather the loot. You get to roll once on the loot table to see what you've earned. Some circumstances offer additional rolls. That doesn't apply to me. So let's go to page 131. And roll on the loot table. And then there's subcategories, so you roll first on the major category and then the subcategory. And it's all D100. So 36. Damaged gear. All right. But you roll once on the gear table, which is on the next page somewhere. Gear table. Gear? Where is it? Gear table. All right. And it's damaged, whatever it is. So it is a 05. That is gun mod. It is a gun mod, so it's going to be in my advantage to fix it. Now there's a subtable for the gun mod. Let's see what that is. The gun mod is a 28, which is a bipod. I don't know what that means, but I'll have to look it up. All right, and that's the last of the subtables. All right, I can't sell it either because it's damaged. Determine injuries and casualties. I already did that. Blue Eyes is out for one game turn or one campaign turn. All right. Injury table. I already did that. 9 experience points. All right. This is always a fun one. Each character participates gets XP. Did you become a casualty? 2 XP. So Blue Eyes got +1 XP. And so did Huala for becoming a casualty. Survived, but did not win. Doesn't apply. Survived and won. +3 to everyone that survived and won. So +3 to Captain, Feral, Freak, and who was the other one that survived? I guess Vey doesn't get that because he did not return during the combat. It said it was after combat, so I'm going to play that as he did not get that 3 XP. First character to inflict a casualty. Killed a unique individual. Did not have any. Campaign on easy mode. No. Crew completed final stage of a quest. No, that did not happen. All right, so XP. Any character that flees does not get XP. All right, so anyway, haven't done that. I'll have to look and see what my character's XP are to see if I want to do any ability increases. If I do, I will make a note of that on the character sheets for campaign turn 3. This is campaign turn 2. This was battle report 2. This is battle report 2 post rolls. The next time I do a set of rolls will be for campaign turn 3. Those will be the pre-battle report 3 rolls. It gets confusing sometimes. All right, so I'm not worried about XP right now. Invest in advanced training. This is always a tough one. I am pretty sure I don't have enough money. You have to pay, select a crew member, pay 1 credit, and then roll a 2d6. On a 4+, you're approved. But if you're approved, then you have to spend a lot of cash to do it. And the cheapest one is 10. The most expensive one is 20 pilot training or medical school for 20. So I don't have the money. I'm not even going to worry about this right now. Number 11 is purchase items. Again, it says you may pay 3 credits to receive a roll on the military table, gear table, or gadget table. I'm going to roll in the military weapon table on page 28. I mean, might as well. Now, the downside is I can only sell it for 1, so I'm paying 3 to get this roll, but you're hoping that because it's a military weapon, that it's something like really kick butt. So I'm going to do minus 3 credits, so I'm already down to 7 for the game. Of 7, and I'm going to take a roll on the military weapon thing right here. Oh, man, it would be nice to get something really kick butt. 67, which is an auto rifle. Didn't I get one of those last time? I believe I did. I don't remember what an auto rifle does, but let's take a look. Auto rifle, I think it has a good range. Auto rifle has a range of 24, 2 shots. So yeah, I definitely like that. So I'll take that. That's not bad. Now, it also says you may purchase more than 1 roll per campaign. I'm not going to spend 3 more credits for that. But then it says you may purchase any number of handguns, blades, colony rifles, or shotguns for 1 credit each. I might buy a colony rifle. I don't really need it because I kind of like how the weapons. I'm going to hold off on that. I'm not going to do anything. And then it says you may sell up to 3 undamaged items, earning 1 credit each. Well, I got an auto rifle, so I don't need something. I'll sell, and it's a 2-shotter with a greater distance. Huala has that blast pistol, which is kind of nice. It has a 1 damage modifier, but its range is 8. I'm going to sell the black pistol, the blast pistol. So I get plus 1 credit for selling the blast pistol, and I'll equip him with that auto rifle. Okay, so he's got a weapon. Now we roll for the campaign event. This can be good. This can be bad. You never know. You roll a D100. I think last time I rolled like quiet or something. I can't remember. 50 even. You've earned a bit of a bad reputation. If you know any patrons on the current world, select one that will no longer work with you. All right, so I am down 2 patrons. I am down to 1. Ooh, lost 1. Because I got a bad reputation. Well, okay. I guess it could be worse. Could have been worse. Roll for a character event. This is the one where you got to worry. There's a character event chart. All right. And do you have to pick who the character is? I think you do. Select a random non-bot, non-soulless character. All right, so I didn't do this on the last one. I didn't realize it had to be random. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll on my character sheet here, I'm just going to go down the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I'm going to take Blue Eyes out of the equation since he's injured. And I'm going to roll and see what happens to number 3, which is Droon, my feral. Let's see what happened to Droon this turn. Character event. I rolled a 22. 22. You get in a scrap with another crew member. Randomly select another crew member and roll 1d6 plus combat. The lower score must spend 1 campaign turn in sickbay. On a draw, both go to sickbay. You know what? I'm going to spend a story point, and I'm going to re-roll this. -1, it said any time. I'm going to spend 1 story point, so I'm down to 4, and I'm re-rolling that. I don't like that. I got enough characters in sickbay and getting lost. I don't need any more of this mess. 44. Have a heart-to-heart talk with another crew member. Select a random crew member. Both of you earn 1 XP. All right, so plus 1 XP to Droon. And not counting Droon, the others. So I'll skip Droon. I'm going to roll a 4, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Huala gets an XP. That's funny. Heart-to-heart talk. All right, that is the character event, and now you check for Galactic War. I am on planet Signet 4. It says you roll 2d6 and check to see what's happened. If you were tracking any planets that were previously invaded, roll 2d6. I'm not. If you were tracking any... Oh, you know what? I reread that. Last time, I read that wrong. The last time I thought it was the planet I was on. I applied it to the planet that I was fleeing from. So I made that mistake, and I'm going to stick to that. I can't return to that planet. I lost my patron there. I lost my rival there. Can't return to it. So, but basically, if any planets are flagged as invaded, which is where you, if you remember, during the pre-rolls, you check to see if a planet is being invaded, or if a character, an enemy type you're fighting, has that invasion crew or whatever on their description, there's a chance the planet's being invaded. And then so you have to keep track of that to see if those planets become lost to you. So I don't have to roll this time because I'm not tracking any planets that are invaded. That starts coming into play later when you've got a lot of planets that you can move to from A to B. I've only got, well, this is the current planet. I don't have another planet I can return to. So technically this is kind of my starting point because I'm treating Orlando, which was the last planet I was on, I'm treating that as lost. So I can't go back there. So we don't have to do that. So I think that is it for the post rolls. That is it for the post rolls. I will clean up my character sheet. I will clean up the story and set it up and append this to the Battle Report 2. The next video I release for 5 Parsecs will be the pre-rolls for campaign number 3. Hope you're enjoying this. I'm having a blast. Again, this is 5 Parsecs from home. I highly encourage you to pick up a copy, whether it's print or in PDF, and start playing this game. It's incredible. Love it. All right, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. I'll be back in another week or so for another episode of 5 Parsecs from Home. Everybody, take care.